I come into this department and it feels like home. The friends I've made are very special to me.
I do feel like I'm more invested in my education than I ever have been.
Creativity is really important and curiosity is really important. Having an open mind, create things that help people, wanting to find ways to solve problems.
So when Ithaca College built the A&E Center, they had to remove some natural wetlands that were on the property. And in the mitigation effort, they have to offset that removal of the natural wetlands by building the same amount of acreage of artificial wetlands. So that's what we're looking at now. In the natural lands, a ton of classes are taught out there. There's trails are labeled with sign markers. There's interesting experiments going on. I know there's deer exclosures out there, keeping track of how the vegetation is being eaten when there's deer and not deer pressure. People can recreate out there. I go on runs there all the time. I've been playing soccer my whole life, and to be able to continue it here at Ithaca College has been a dream come true. The friendships you form off the field with your teammates, it's just made my college experience so much richer. Goalkeeping makes you want to take on challenges. I love it, but it's a really high pressure situation, and I feel like when I'm out in the woods learning, all of a sudden, all this pressure is gone. It's another kind of wetland indicator species, wild senna. It's in the Fabaceae family because it has that pea pod, like peas.
With goalkeeping, you need to have a team around you. It's a team sport, right? And when you want to take on big challenges like the climate crisis, you have to have a team in front of you and be on the same page, really. That's the only way we can accomplish our goals, is being together.
These are just general setup things. Solving problems and having everything work is something that always makes me feel satisfied at the end of a project. Finding bugs is seemingly a never-ending process the more complex a project is.
And I might also give you some tasks, like can you figure out how to do X, Y, or Z?
I'm working with my professor Doug Turnbull on Localify, which is a local music recommendation system.
It's really interesting because you're able to take your own music preferences without having to do your own research. It's recommending you local artists.
They all do different parts of the project. Some collect data, some design the website or mobile app that you might use, some build the back end that does all the recommendation algorithms and stuff.
I think he's a very passionate professor. He really cares about music, and he really cares about students doing projects that they care about and doing things that they could continue to work on outside of class.
Bridget and Cassandra have really come a long way.
So it says make this anything but a loop, so how would you do that?
I know it should be something like a weight, but I was having trouble with it, so I just left it as a loop for now.
It's really interesting to be able to apply something like computer science to my own interests.
Being able to build something that people actually use is really rewarding.
I actually made it into the Summer Scholars Program, so I'll be on campus for 8 weeks working on my own research project that I designed, focusing on the relationship between prophecies and plot in the literature of King Arthur. I also have some essays from previous classes that I took that really inspired me to make this project. I also have just random notes with kind of thought process on it.
Chris and I just had a lot of chats about his project, about what he was thinking. He would send me little snippets of writing. We would talk through his ideas. Part of my job as a thesis advisor is to just ask him, if you're gonna imagine a reader of your work, you need to explain these really complex ideas and complex readings.
Completely delving into the literature that I truly enjoy and also spreading that knowledge to other people who could possibly be interested in that is an experience that I didn't really think I'd ever get the opportunity to partake in.
I think we have a very, very robust and very advanced science program. You could either choose to get great instrumentation at a huge institution where you may not get one-on-one time with the instrument, you may not even get one-on-one time with a faculty member, but here you can kind of get the best of both worlds. The NMR is just kind of like an MRI machine. We can essentially look at how certain atoms, the nuclei of them have like certain magnetic spins. If people want a learning where they can be hands-on and they can still get like state-of-the-art instrumentation and practice, I think Ithaca College is really the place for them.
Every student is guaranteed a research experience, and a lot of students get involved in research in the classroom or, joining a research lab as early as the second semester in your first year, and just sort of building a good, supportive network and community and finding those people who are gonna be your mentors for life.
I do think that most Ithaca College students that we see really do want to be supported by their faculty members. We're really able to do that and cultivate those more one-on-one relationships with the students.
Taking that extra step and taking on a little more has kept me really well connected to the campus.
There's a lot of opportunities for you to go above and beyond to take them.
Making friends, being willing to try new things, just get out there, do it, be proud of yourself, don't feel nervous, just go for it.
Stay open-minded and try new things because you won't know where it's going to lead you.
Ask questions, show up, and be yourself, really.